Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go from AT&T Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Right here.
Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out of the pocket. Complete to Tremble. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Second and 3 now. Right up the gut. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Tua now from the gun. That's caught for the first. And that one's going to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Cowboys territory.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Back-to-back carries here. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. He'll go quickly to the right. The ball is loose. And it looks like the offense got that one back. Yes, they did. They pounce on it inside the 10. Working inside the red zone. Wilson's got it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
44, ready. Turbo 1, hard. Turbo 1, hard.
They send a man in motion. Here's Tua. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd and goal, it's Tagovailoa. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 9. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40-yard line. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Let's go now.
Pass play now. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 10 now. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
I know the combine tries to test everything.
Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here's the give to Pierce. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
To the air, 3rd and long. Has it downfield, working the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It is caught left side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
He's on the move. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, Well, they got real sticky. Stay tight and force the throw away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. This is Ingram working the left side.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Gay's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Connection made to Tremble. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
McBride hauls it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Here's Tua again. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Sticking to the air, it's Tagovailoa. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw almost ended an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Pass cut by Tracy. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. The Cowboys signaling for their 1st time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They'll run here on 1st down. Room to the right. And he's out of bounds. They're set up well, though, with a 1st and goal after the 2-minute warning. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Cardinals get some late points and the lead. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals break that tie and now lead by 7. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of them. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Tua off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. This one misses the tight end. So it'll be second down.
That's just a total team effort right there, Kate. Defense was relentless on that play. Some of them chased him from the pocket. The others, well, they took away the easy throwing lane, and it really influenced that incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing again. Here's Tua. Into traffic. Complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Throwing on third, Tagovailoa. He has the first over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Hey, cover one. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa again. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Ready.
Slot man in motion right. They'll try and punch it in. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Tua now from the gun. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Here's Tagovailoa. Has it in close. Touchdown, Arizona. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting at the 10. And look at this return. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. They've got a man in motion. He's back to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he stopped on a nice gain on what is the final play of this first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's Lamb running the slant. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go now. Ready?
Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. He lets a heater go wide open down the field, and he has it! And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas! The Cowboys cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go ahead.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Christian Benford up to make that stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Complete to Tremble. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
20 TX. Come on, 2.
First down, here's Tua. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Getting out to his left. He takes it himself. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Buys time, rolling right. He's going deep, brought in, inside the 20. And he gets this forward to the 19. They get 28 out of that play. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
They'll come up first and 10.
Get safe. Go ahead.
Working inside the red zone. Left side into the hands of McBride. And he's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals push their lead further to start the half. Trey McBride, the touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals double their lead to 14. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Returning from the 18-yard line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Airing it out to start this drive. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Buda Baker picks it off. And the Cardinals take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Ready. What?
Here's a give up the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 1. All right, fellas, listen up. Out.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Working quickly here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Riley Patterson ready for the field goal try. First field goal was good. His 2nd look from inside of 45 yards. Koo able to put it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Stays upright.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Ready up. 18 Cardinals. 18, run. 18, 7,
Throwing it again here. Into traffic, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. Here's 2nd and 7. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he drives it close to the red zone before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. Throwing from the gun here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
They'll throw it again. Flush down now to his left. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Rolling left, buying some time. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away. If they wanted any kind of shot here, Kate, to come back in this game, that field goal had to go through and make it a 2-score game. That's only the first of what would need to be several steps here in a hurry to have a chance to try to pull this out.
And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. It's an Arizona touchdown. The Cardinals have likely locked up the win right there. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Cardinals stretch their lead to 21. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He's going to field this at the 2. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
79 Bronco. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits his running back. And he crosses his sideline a yard or 2 beyond, looks like the 30. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
70 Ranger. Set.
From the 32. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Throw left side, complete. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense in the hurry up here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. Throwing now, needing a first. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Taken in by Tip Ryman. Hits the 20. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Here's a give on 1st and goal. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Yeah, ready. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
He'll try left side out of the option. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Pick up a 4. That brings up 3rd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Only 1 yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal from the 2.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either. Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing. Chased out to his right. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To throw it on 1st down. Caught by the open man. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The back grabs it. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Shut up.
Pierce. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Cowboys making the scoreboard look a touch better. The Cowboys offense remains on the field. They're going to line up and go for 2 here. Forced out to his right. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Well, this one not quite over just yet. They've got 3 timeouts at their disposal, but really need to make the unexpected recovery here. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
45, 1st and 10.
Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
He's right, no. Shot.
They give it to him again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now Dallas is going to call its 2nd timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
Let's go. Right. Shot.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Shot.
Lone back gets the handoff. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Ready.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Out.
The Cardinals working just to kneel out the clock in this victory.